All right, so this video is specifically on creating collections within the Catalog Manager. So it's important for us to note, of course, we're going to start in Catalog Manager, but these items are multiple items. So that would mean that we're going to perhaps have a basket for the holidays. It's going to include a mug, a corkscrew, and a basket. So we want to make sure that we're adjusting anytime we sell a mug, that we're not creating an additional item. Just in case that basket doesn't sell for the holidays, we disassemble it. Those items never have to be moved or removed from the system. So one of the ways that we do that is that when we create a new product, which we can do here. Are you sure you want to create a new product? Absolutely. That under product type, we select collection. Now, what that does is it actually changes the product screen to allow you to create and add items that are currently in inventory into your collection piece. So for this, we may want to call, I think we have, I thought we had, perhaps not. We have retail. Here we go, as a product category. We're going to call this basket of goodies. And the product name is going to be the same. So, what's interesting here is that because you don't have you're not creating a new, technically like a new inventory item. When you enter in the cost, you're putting the additional cost in. So let's say there's a cost associated with the moosh that you put in the basket. Let's say the basket hasn't been added to inventory because you don't sell the basket on its own, or the tin or whatever the vessel is that you're selling the basket in, or the cellophane, or the twine that you use to wrap it. You can literally get that detailed and associate that cost within this item. And you can do that right here. Now, you can assign a retail price to this item. This is going to be $45. And then you can always add a product image if you think that this will be something that you're going to sell online. In this instance, we just want to focus on adding items into the collection. So this is going to be, this is probably one of the areas or the part of Orderport that I don't particularly care for. You really have to go on a search. So there's no way to narrow down the items that you're putting in the basket, which is kind of a pain. But so what you basically will have to do is literally scroll through all the different items that we carry in order to get to, well, I was looking for the camper mug, which is what we passed here. So we're going to put in a mug that maybe doesn't sell very well, but it's all ready to go. And it's going to account for whatever the price of it is, $16. And I'm going to hit right up at the top here. Like I said, this is a bit of a pain, but it's a really neat idea that not a lot of POS systems offer. So you're going to hit Save Change. And so now this collection currently includes one 9-to-wine mug, and just for ease, we'll put in one frog pour, which will account for another $29. And hit Save Changes. Now, what's interesting about this is that the total amount has to equal the basket price. So we'll add a canvas purse, and that will be $30 as well. Now this should take us over our allotted amount. Doesn't look like it's saved any of those collection items. I see. So when you do this, what you're going to want to do is add them all at the same time. So not included items, we're going to include a purse and a necklace. For $17. And we're going to sell it all for $45. Why is it not saving our collection goodies? So as you can see here, it's saved the collection of 2 items. Now you should be able to see that. It should be showing 2 items in this collection, but I have a feeling because we haven't saved the item is why it's not showing any. You're going to want to do just as you have before. Make these available in all the different categories and classes. Make sure that if it's retail, that you're only giving it a 10% discount instead of the default discount. And as you can see here, the retail price of the collection is $45 and does not match the total price of the items. So when you add the collection items, you have to make sure that the total amount equals the amount of what you're selling the product for. And what that does is it allows you to, it will allow you to allocate the funds collected to each of those products. So maybe you want to give a discount on the glasses and not on the purse. It just depends on how you want to spread your margin of profit amongst all of those items. So as you can see, now we've got the collection items are in there. They equal 27. Everything's active. Everything's happy. And that is how you create a collection within OrderPort. And when you sell this item, it will take 1 canvas purse out of inventory as well as one of the beaded necklaces out of inventory. It will allocate the price associated with each of those items. So you will show the purse being sold for $30 and the necklace being sold for $19. However you divvied it up is how it will be allocated across the board. This is something that we use throughout the year, but you're going to see this getting used a lot in the holiday months.